Plaintiff Michael McCarthy says he met the defendant through his father because they've done a lot of work together. But Michael feels as though the defendant takes advantage of his father. Michael is suing because he agreed to buy a car from the defendant and even gave him a deposit, but the defendant sold it to someone else. Defendant Todd Thomas says he's a Golden Gloves boxer who's been working on cars since the age of 10. Todd claims he sold the car to someone else because Michael was unable to pay off the balance, and he's countersuing for lost commission.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I come to know Todd about a year ago. He's a friend of my father's. He has a shop. He's a mechanic. I know him as a boxer. That's about all I know about him until I met him through my father, and I know them. They see each other on a regular basis. They have an ongoing relationship. I think at times it's a relationship that Todd takes advantage of.
In what way?
I thought there was some work that was unnecessary. I tried to bring it to a head. Couldn't get to the bottom of it. My father's older.
They still get along?
Very much so,
Okay.
yes.
Defendant Todd Thomas has known the plaintiff's father for years, and the plaintiff claims Todd took advantage of his father because he's older.
Get some background from you. First of all, sir, you're a boxer, he said?
Yes, Your Honor.
What weight
Golden
class?
Gloves, 147.
147?
He just fought Merriweather.
Yeah.
Mayweather is 147, right?
Yeah. I missed that one.
Where do you rank him among the greatest fighters of all time?
3.
3? Yeah. Who do you have as number 1 boxer of all time?
You might not like this, but Mr. Hearns.
What do you mean I might not like it? Tommy is a good friend of mine. We're from Detroit. We go fishing together.
Well, that's awesome, then. You should like that.
Yeah. Then you have, you know, Tommy, no offense, but I think Muhammad Ali and perhaps Joe Louis, and the number 1 would be Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah.
Then Muhammad Ali, then Joe Louis, and so I put Mayweather in the top 5, maybe Mayweather after those 3.
What about Leonard?
Sugar Ray Leonard, he's in the top 10. Tommy Hearns is top 10. All those guys are, so you know your game. Go ahead, you give me some background.
Well, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and then my relationship with the McCarthys. I've known his father for quite some time. I've been doing automotive all my life. I mean, my neighbor had race cars. I've been around cars since I was 10 years old. I've ran auto shops all my life. I like to take care of people. I like to take care of their cars. When he comes in with this taking advantage of his dad, let's talk about taking advantage. He had a car at my shop for 8 months, okay? Every time he comes to give me a down payment, his debit or credit card won't go through. So, you know, then he gives me a check and I put it in the bank and pray to God it don't bounce. Luckily, they've all cleared on the check side. So this car sits there for 8 months. So
what reason did he tell you he wanted to leave it there for 8 months?
I think it's a parking issue and a money issue. He had no place to park it and he didn't have any money to pay for it.
Did he first bring it to you to have it repaired?
Oh, I did repair it.
Repairing what?
I was waiting for him to pay for it.
What?
We did some wiring. I guess the car, it was at another shop and caught on fire.
See there?
And that car was...
There you go. Typical insurance job. Go ahead. Go, you burn it up and take it to the chop shop and they get whatever's left. Yep. Go ahead.
So come to find out, the shop that it was at, the reason it come to my shop is because Mike went in and started a big ordeal with the owner, and the cops were called and they kicked him out and he can't go back to that shop anymore. So I found that out 2 years later. That's why that car ended up coming to me.
All right, so it sounds like you're saying he has money problems from time to time, or at least he did when you repaired his car and he left it for 8 months, failing to pay.
Of course, but he could come in his $100 golf attire after golfing all day long and tell me he's gonna pay me later.
Ghetto fabulous is what they call that. Okay, you come in sharp with expensive stuff and can't afford your bills. Got it. All right. Sir, you ghetto fabulous? Let's start with that first. You're sharp today. That's a nice suit, nice
I've had this for a while now, but yeah.
You buy all the expensive things and then can't afford your basic bills? You buy what you want and beg for what you need?
Absolutely not.
All right, well, tell me, he said you left the car there for 8 months, failing to pay him because you had financial issues, and you had a $100 golf shirt on, which the regular golf shirt costs, what, 20 bucks? That's how much I paid for mine.
He's describing my father. That's not me. He did the work
How
on.
low can you get? Throw it on your father.
I'm throwing him under the bus.
No, I'm just kidding. Your father is the one he's referring to.
Correct.
That came in with an expensive golf shirt.
He may feel the same way about me with my suit.
Defendant Todd Thomas has known the plaintiff's father for years, and the plaintiff claims Todd took advantage of his father because he's older.
Go ahead, sir. What are you suing him about today?
After all of that, and there was some ongoing stuff there, and I came in. My father made me aware of this car on his lot, which I thought he owned or he had control of in some way.
The car in question.
Car in question.
Not the
one
same
in the 8
car.
months. Right. So it was a nice car. It's a sedan, something I needed for business, for work, and it's a great car. It was something I could afford. So let me drive it. I said that this would be suitable. Came back the next time and I gave him a deposit to hold it till I can pay for the rest. And some period of time later, it came with the money. Come to find the car is gone. Yeah, he'd sold it, or somehow it wasn't available anymore.
And how long was he to hold it?
There was no time limit. I mean,
2 weeks.
he never said that.
You signed it.
Okay, you have a document that you forged? All right, sir, he presents me with a document that he says you agreed to pay the balance in 2 weeks. You put down $600. Your counterclaim for $900 is for a lost commission. How so?
When we agreed to sell the vehicle to Mike, the price was $6,000. I since then had 3 different offers in the time that he was trying to get his money, because he was bringing people in and out of the shop to look at the car to try to get a loan from, and he couldn't come up with the money. So in the meantime, I ended up selling it 5 weeks later after his 2-week period, and I ended up selling it for $4,500. And I was selling it for a customer of mine, and my commission was supposed to be the difference from what the customer wanted. My commission on that car was going to be $1,500.
For one car? For $6,000? What percentage is that?
A good one, because I repaired it.
So you don't even know what the percentage was?
It was the agreement I had with the customer. We just set a solid number as to when I sold the car, what I was supposed to get.
What was your commission when you sold it?
When I actually sold it,
Yes.
my commission on the car when I sold it was $600.
The 900 that you were about to say, you were confused? Huh?
I guess you could say you're confused.
Okay, because you gave me 2 numbers. You said $900, $600. All right. And you have the evidence that you were to get what you claim?
I do not, Your Honor.
All right. But you want me to take your word? Sir, he shows me once again the document indicating that balance was to be paid in 2 weeks.
That's interesting, because the document that I have has nothing like that.
Let's see it. Exact same signatures. The only thing missing on yours is balance to be paid in 2 weeks, which is the crux of the case today, which it appears you wrote in. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff, yours is dismissed. You tried to defraud me. Have a good day.
I'm just glad it's over with and we don't have anything to squabble over anymore.
Well,
At least with me. You can go on with my dad forever.
well, that's all you. You got me. You won't ever come back to my shop.
Will do.
Did your roommate leave without notice before your lease expired, and now you don't know what to do about it? Ask me about it on my website, askjudgemathis.com.